Hi, I'm Twee and I clear spaces and I do blessings on them. There's so many reasons why you want to do a space clearing because spaces are not neutral. They accumulate the energy of people who live there. So even the happy times, the sad times, the traumas, the stress, the more stress that was in there, the more the land absorbs it. So my friend introduced me to her friend here, and he bought this home last year, but it was never really introduced in like having a warm welcome. And so as I walked it, I could feel certain energies and doing recommendations that are good for him to really make this new chapter of his life more fulfilling and also more fruitful, peaceful, all those desires. And so I always set 3 hexagrams or 3 energies for the hexagram, which is like the frequency tower of the place. And so this home is peace, compassion, and flow. Peace, compassion, and flow. And his elements are fire, yin, wood, and water. And so I want to bring those elements in to help enhance those things and then also neutralize some of the things that may be out of balance. So you're gonna walk with me through it and I'm gonna tell you what I did. So this tree here, of course, I always hug trees. And I asked the tree to give me guidance because their roots, they've been here for a long time. They have a lot of wisdom and knowledge. So this is a pathway. So we installed a golden path here for anyone who walks here. And here I suggested perhaps putting a stone or a rock, like one of those rocks that says like love. I know it sounds so cheesy, but it does set the intention of the space when someone first walks in. So because this person kind of wants to entertain more, loves to entertain, I suggested to do like a wreath or a message at the door as well to represent the season that they're in and an appreciation for all the richness of that season. So this house is also a little different where the garage is right here. And so the person comes in through the garage most of the time, but not really the front entrance way. They do go through the front door, which is different too. So here I installed a purifying waterfall. So this is just a representation so that like every time they go through the garage, they get purified from the things that happened to them that day. There's 2 layers of it to like wash them pure and then come into home and then knowing that it's their home and that they're at peace now. So it's still not really fully like moved in and like making it harmony and making it feel cozy. So, and he's a bachelor, and so some things are just a little bit out of place. So this room here is really empty, but the first thing that a person sees kind of programs them for the day. And so this is not really doing anything for him. So perhaps like just something here on the side of the wall that like prompts it, like when he walks to the front of the house, or the main part of the house, he sees that and he's charged up with that. So every space can be a pathway, a portal to your dreams. And it's about the intention that you set. So here, there needs to be something up on top to set the intention of like when he sleeps, what it goes in him. I cleared the bed and I installed some energies for rejuvenation, peace, love, joy, dreams, creativity, and then also for this particular person, organized order, so that when he wakes up, he knows what he needs to do during the day. All right, and then all mirrors, I always ask to see truth. And then the closet here, I always ask to remove the emotional distress from the person. And clothing can be very overwhelming and it makes you lose your confidence. And so I installed like a pad here that when he stands here, he's creative, he's solution finding, confident, and has clarity. Okay, so the office needed a little bit more greens, but to see less, sometimes you see more. Otherwise, your brain has too much information and tries to filter. So the office is fine, it just needs plants. So then this is the living room. This is unutilized space right here. I don't do feng shui, that's totally different. And yes, I had to bring my little girl here. And so she's hanging out. But right there, it can be an altar. And sometimes people get freaked out by the word altar because they think it's more of a religious thing. Altars alter your life. And so this year, like, what brings him joy? And so it's like, I know it's part of it is travel. So putting the things that where he's traveled to remind him of that. Just something simple though. So then his brain will actually go to more like ways to travel, where he wants to go to travel. So I recommended that we switch up some of the clocks and the mirrors. This mirror here doesn't do any good. This person is a fast thinker and has a lot of thoughts and needs to know like when the schedule is. And so better here to have like a board of like inspiration or also a calendar reminding him what he needs to do during the day and like kind of mapping it out like for the week. So some people are better like with a daily plan, some people more weekly and sometimes month. And so it's best if like he has like a calendar where it's like the month, but then he can see the week and then the top tasks and like the to-dos and the errands, right? So this person here is also very healthy, regimented on his like his day and his rituals, if you will, and what he cooks. And so this year though is going to be one that is better for him if he has more variety in his foods. And so there's two spirits that need to be removed here. And I always use a compassionate way. So this is, I have a bowl where there's an element from this world, right? And then I put a little piece of bread for food for the spirits so that if they needed food to get home on the journey. And then also a coin, just in case they need money to go home. And the reason I found out that there are two spirits is because I used a pendulum. I normally do my divine rod, but I didn't bring it since I'm traveling. And so I'm using a pendulum. And I had to ask what my yes is, show me my no, show me my installing, show me my clearing, show me my installing. Okay, so I asked, are there spirits that adversely affect the occupants of this home? And it said yes. And then with my divine rod, it goes like which way, so I don't have to like count. But here, because of this pendulum, I just said this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I asked, I'm gonna stop it. How many spirits must I remove? And it went to my index finger. So that's 2. That's why I know there's 2. So I got the hint that they're couples. It could have been like spirits that attached to the person that was here before, because sometimes there's hitchhiker spirits and they just come home. And so these two don't even know how to go home yet. And so I'm gonna just remove it now with you, okay? And it is actually pretty quick. Okay. So I asked to open up this portal for the spirits living in this home. Please let them know that they serve their purpose and that they need bodies to come back to do their work. Please have them come into the portal, open it for them now, and please make their journey be quick and safe, and have them have a hero's welcome home. Hero's journey welcome home. So that's actually done. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Okay. So that's kind of a lot clearing, but it's just what is needed at this moment. There will be other things that flow in, okay, and for them to be receptive of it, and who knows what's going to come. But when you set the energy grid, it's a frequency tower for that to attract the right people, the aligned people. So if you haven't had a space clearing recently, you should. And I have a bunch of videos on my YouTube that can kind of help you know how to clear your bed, set your hexagram, but it's always better to have someone else do it too. It's kind of like going to the dentist and getting your cleaning, right? And then you brushing your teeth.